I'm sharing 5 things to keep in mind when you are planning your spring wardrobe. Hi everyone, Jennifer here, and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. In today's video, I'm sharing 5 important things that you should consider when you're planning out your spring wardrobe, whether you do the 10-item capsule wardrobe like I do or not. Today's video is sponsored by Tommy John. Tommy John make beautiful, functional clothing for both men and women. They have undergarments and loungewear, and they also have day clothes. I am so excited to find this brand, so I'm going to be sharing some loungewear with you right now, and then we're going to jump into my 5 tips. So what I'm wearing right now is the Women's Lounge Henley and the Women's Lounge Jogger, and this is in the softest material. It's so luxurious and wonderful. I have a lot of viewers who are not as dressy. They like to be casual yet still look presentable, and something like this is perfect to wear around the house or to wear as pajamas. It's still very sporty, you can move around in it, and it just looks really good. Here I'm showing you the pajama shirt dress. I really like this piece because it gives you that nightgown feel that I like so much, but it has that tailored pajama look. So it's like a hybrid of my 2 favorite nighttime looks in one. And then now I'm showing you the pajama short sleeve top and bottom. So these pajamas are in a wrinkle resistant unshrinkable fabric, which I think is great because you don't want to walk around the house, or let's say you're staying with house guests, in wrinkled, rumpled pajamas. So check out Tommy John today. I have a link in the description box along with my code that will give you 20% off plus free shipping. Thank you so much to Tommy John for sponsoring today's video. And I'm going to stay in my gorgeous loungewear for this episode. So here we go. Okay, so when you're planning out your spring wardrobe, these are the 5 things that I want you to keep in mind. And the reason why I'm holding my pen and I have my planner here is because I really think that you should think about these things and write them down. Yes, I know we're talking about our wardrobe, and I know you're probably not in school anymore, but we should write this down and take it seriously. This is how you avoid making mistakes, and it helps you to be more intentional about your wardrobe, and you're going to find less frustration. And the choices that you're going to make for your wardrobe will be clear and concise, and you'll be happy with them, hopefully. Okay, the first thing I would like you to consider is this. If you could dress any way you want, I mean any way you want, how would you dress? I know you're like thinking, Jennifer, why are you getting so deep right now in this first tip? But I want to say this to people because I think it needs to be said. Forget restrictions, forget lifestyle, forget people's expectations of you and how you think other people think you should dress. Seriously, how would you dress if none of that mattered? What would you wear? That might scare some of you. And so right now, I just want you to just dream about it. It's not reality. Really just think about it and throw away all preconceived notions that you have about yourself and what you worry that other people are going to think about you. It's kind of like writing a novel. When you sit down to write a novel, you should just write it, okay? You shouldn't be thinking, oh, so-and-so is gonna read this and think I'm talking about them, or, you know, get all in your head. If you have a story to tell, tell it. So I think that we should think about our wardrobes the same way. How would you dress if you didn't care what anybody else thought about you and you really wanted to express yourself? So keep that in mind. That's number 1. I'm going somewhere with this, don't worry. Number 2. What is a style that you would want to wear, but you haven't because of limitations that you put on yourself? I can't tell you the amount of women who have written to me and said, Jennifer, I want to wear dresses. I like dresses, but I feel uncomfortable in them because nobody wears them, or because it doesn't fit my lifestyle. None of the other moms at the park are wearing them. Or I don't want people to look at me. I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. I get this so much. Okay, so what's one style that you're interested in exploring, but you haven't because you just don't want to draw the attention to yourself? All right, this kind of goes hand in hand with number 1. A lot of women like the jumpsuits. You know how I've really embraced jumpsuits, and yes, I have a new jumpsuit for my spring capsule wardrobe. What about jumpsuits? People say, well, I kind of want to wear a jumpsuit, but I'm worried about that whole bathroom issue, or I worry about what I'm going to look like, or if people are going to think I'm trying to be this or that. Okay, so we're going specifically now with what type of actual style would you wear if you took all of those limitations off of yourself. As you know, I love wearing dresses and I love wearing jumpsuits, and I'm really excited to share what I've purchased and what I'm adding to my spring wardrobe for this year. You're going to see little flashes of this and that here and there. I'm going to link everything down below in the description box if you're curious, but my spring 10-item capsule wardrobe video will be coming out in a few weeks, but it's still going to be a little while. Okay, the third thing to consider is this. What colors do you look beautiful in? And a lot of people put a lot of to-do about this. They say, go get your colors done, or go talk to an expert, or go do this system or that system. And you could definitely do that, and that might help you out. But I truly believe that inherently, most of us know what colors we look good in. There's definitely a color that you feel good in. And I don't know if it's a color that really brings out your eyes, or a color that you feel vibrant in, or maybe when you wear this particular color, you get a lot of compliments. So for me personally, I love the color green. I love wearing green. It brings out my eye color, and people compliment me usually when I'm wearing green. I also like to wear blue. I think it's very flattering for me. Another color I love, which I don't have in my wardrobe this spring, but I was genuinely looking for it, is an orchid color, like a deep purple. I think that's a really pretty color for me personally. And what else? Oh, I love beiges and whites as well. So those are very flattering, I think, for me as well. Now, I've never had my colors done, and maybe I will do that one day. But I do know that those colors bring me joy, and I really do feel pretty when I wear them. So what colors do you feel good in? And when you have a vacancy in your wardrobe and you're looking to purchase something, you need to consider that. And let's say you find something and you kind of like it, but you're not sure, and it's in a color that you're not that in love with. Don't get it. There's no point. Get colors that are really flattering for you and that will bring out your eyes, that will make your skin glow and make you look beautiful. So that's the third thing to consider. I would love to know what your favorite colors are to wear down below. And before we move on, I'm talking about everything from not only your clothing that you wear to your makeup shades and your nail polish shades. So for example, I'm wearing this gorgeous new spring shade from London Town. This is Mojave Mauve, and I think it's so flattering and pretty. I love this color. So even thinking about it all the way down to your nail polish and what shade of lipstick you want to wear this season, what type of blush. These things really help to pull everything together. The fourth thing I want you to consider is what type of accessories do you want to wear? Now, a lot of us own a lot of different accessories. You might have a lot of different types of jewelry, some scarves, different shoes, hats, and that type of thing. But how much of it do you actually wear? It's kind of the same thing with our closet. We usually, even if we have a ton of clothes, only wear a small percentage of our actual clothing. So you might have a lot of jewelry, but you just wear the same stud earrings every day. Or you don't just use your regular pieces. So I would love for you to go into your jewelry cabinet and see what you have this season that you can bring out and start wearing again. And if there's something on your list, something you're really looking for, you know, put it on a list maybe for a birthday or a special occasion, Mother's Day coming up, right? You could receive that as a gift from your family or whatever it is. But really think about the jewelry that you want to wear, and don't just get stuck in the rut of wearing the same thing all the time. Sometimes it's really nice and it brings out a pretty freshness in you when you wear something different. So my two favorite jewelry pieces for the season are the Lore freshwater pearl bracelet from Sky. I'm in love with this bracelet. It's so pretty and it's big and chunky, and I like that. I like how it moves against my watch. And then this new necklace, this is from Jackie Mac Designs. It's so delicate and beautiful. And I realize this about myself with necklaces. I do love necklaces. However, I feel like a lot of them are really bold and chunky for me. And I think I'm more of a delicate necklace person as far as everyday wear goes. So I love that it's so delicate and fine and that you can barely see it, and then you look closely and you see it. And it's this gorgeous 14 karat gold. This is the Key to My Heart necklace. It's really beautiful, made by Jackie Mack. She's a complete artisan. So I'm gonna leave her down below. I have discount codes for you for all of these things too. But I wanted to show you those are my two favorite jewelry pieces going into spring. I also wanted to talk briefly about shoes. And it's important to think about your shoes. I went through a long phase where I just wore the Sam Edelman Gigi like every day for 5 years. That shoe was just my absolute favorite, but I'm kind of moving on from that shoe. I'm kind of tired of it. I still have my one from last year, but now I'm looking to different sandals, and I'm gonna link all the sandals that I have found down below. But some beautiful high quality ones from the Spanish Sandal Company. Birdie's has some really beautiful sandals and flat shoes. I'm also looking at really chic sneakers like the Oliver Cabell leather ones. I also have a pair from Nothing New, and those are the eco-friendly version if you don't want the leather. I'm having so much fun changing up my style, moving more toward a more refined style for myself. So think about everything from your hats all the way down to your shoes. What do you already have that you can wear that you're not wearing? Or what are you considering putting on your list? Okay, the fifth thing I would like you to consider is that you should be telling a story with your clothing. Does your wardrobe tell a story? Do your clothes go together? Do the colors go together? When you reach for your outfits in the morning, are you happy with every single thing you see there, and can you look presentable? So I love to curate my 10-item capsule wardrobe so that when I walk into my closet, it looks like a chic boutique. And you know when you walk into some beautiful high-end boutique, all of the clothes, they kind of go together. There's not just disconnected outfits that don't really tell a story. Everything is cohesive. So it's important to do that. And when you find your true style and you're able to do that, your clothes really do just go together, and it's very pleasing. My goal with all of this is to get you to dress to express your true style. Your clothing is your visual calling card to the world. I want you to think about that. It's your visual calling card to the world. Now, there is that expression that you can't judge a book by its cover, right? But literally today, right before I shot this video, I was at the bookstore buying some books for my children for their Easter baskets. And I wanted to get each of them a book that they would like at their reading level. So I'm in the chapter books, picking out some books for my daughters, and I was thinking about this. I thought, you know, that phrase, you can't judge a book by its cover, is very misleading, because you actually do judge a book by its cover. When you're in the bookstore and you're in front of hundreds of books, you look at the cover before you decide to pick it up and read the back, right? We don't just pick up every book. You're drawn to the cover. We are visual people. And so our clothing is like the cover of a book, and how we present ourselves is truly important. So I want you to consider that and think about that as you plan for your spring wardrobe. If you have things in your closet that you feel guilty about getting rid of, but you just hate them, they're not your true style, you don't look presentable in them, just get rid of them. Get rid of them. This is your year to express yourself and to dress beautifully on a daily basis. Life is short, and I do think it's important that we express ourselves beautifully and that we express our true style too, whatever that may be. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that it gave you a lot to think about. I will be sharing my 10-item capsule wardrobe coming up in a few weeks. In the meantime, I'm linking most of the things that I'm getting for my wardrobe down below if you wanted to check them out. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, and thank you to Tommy John for sponsoring. If you click on my link below and use my code, you will get 20% off plus free shipping. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care, keep calm, and remain classy. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.